You are listening to This is Oklahoma, hosted by Mike Hearn, telling stories of Oklahomans and those that have made it their home.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of This is Oklahoma. Mike Hearn here, host, back with another episode. Excited to share this episode with you today, but before we do, huge shout out to our sponsors. The Oklahoma Hall of Fame have been sharing Oklahoma's story through its people since 1927. For more information on the Oklahoma Hall of Fame, go to www.oklahomahof.com. And for daily updates, go to oklahomahof on Instagram and give them a follow. Our other sponsor today is Chickasaw Nation. Now, the Chickasaw Nation have sponsored pretty much everything in Oklahoma. They're a huge supporter of Oklahoma. And it's an honor to have their name and their brand supporting this podcast. A huge shout out to Governor Anatoby for supporting this podcast. It really means a lot. This episode is brought to you by the Doghouse OKC. Recently, I have been in need of some doggy daycare for my two pups, and the Doghouse have come in clutch. The team over there are incredible. They've taken care of my two golden doodles, and so it's been an honor to partner with them on the podcast and share the love. Adding to that is the Doghouse, and so if you're in need of doggy daycare in the day or boarding overnight, they do grooming and other cool things too, but I've had a fantastic experience, and it's an honor and a privilege to share this with you too. So go to thedogHouseOKC.com and follow them on Instagram at thedogHouseOKC, and hopefully our pups will run into each other. What's up, guys? Welcome back to an episode of This is Oklahoma. Mike Hearn here, host, back with another episode. We're down at Bedford's Camera, this wonderful studio. PhotoCon is coming up. You should definitely come to PhotoCon. Go to PhotoCon OKC and check it out. It's themed, carnival themed this year. So we're all dressing up, and I will be speaking. I'll be one of the keynote speakers or in PhotoCon on what I'm speaking about. Gives me great pleasure to introduce our guest today, Meg Wallace, Doodle by Meg on Instagram. When I tell people, today, they were like, who are you interviewing? I said, Doodle by Meg. And they're like, oh, as in doodles, as in like dogs? Because I have two doodles. They're like, no. Go to Meg's Instagram. It's epic. Design, drawing, really cool creative stuff. Your hat and your t-shirt are your designs, which is really cool. On brand today. Yep. Thanks for coming in. Has design and creativity always been a huge part of your childhood and life growing up?
Yeah. I definitely have been drawing my entire life. And I loved cartoons and to see the different art styles. And when I was a kid, I wanted to be a fashion designer. Okay. So I went to school for fashion design at OSU, and then in that process, in interning and all sorts of stuff, I learned that I cared more about what was like graphically on the fabric and on clothing a lot more than like the structural engineering of clothing. So I went back to school and did graphic design.
Okay. Yeah, I think as most kids, right, we grow up just drawing something, coloring in something, and then you get that itch, and there's always a turning point in most people's life. In mine, I took an art class in school, and then I knew that was just like, that was it. But for you, like, you continue to do it, right? What for you then growing up decides you to go into the fashion side of things? What are those key moments that make you think initially, hey, I'm going to go to OSU to do fashion design first, and then the creative stuff comes later?
Yeah, I always loved fashion, loved reading magazines and playing video games about it, watching shows about it, loved Project Runway so much. I actually had fashion classes at my school because I'm from Dallas. Don't hate me, everyone. So we actually had like fashion classes at my high school, and I took them and I loved them, and it was so much fun. I just really hated sewing. My parents were like, you're not allowed to move to New York City and go to fashion design school in New York City, so you can pick from like Texas Tech or OSU. And so I went to OSU. Wow.
Okay. So Texas Tech and OSU were the kind of predominant fashion schools that you wanted to go to?
Area, yeah.
Interesting. It's not a world I'm a part of, so I had no idea. What sold you then on Stillwater and Oklahoma State?
I went to a football game. I went to Texas Day because there are a ton of Texas kids that go to OSU and you get scholarships and stuff. Okay. And I went to a football game and I toured the campus. I was like, this is for me. Orange is my favorite color. I felt so comfortable. I felt at home. I hated Lubbock. I hated Texas Tech, even though my parents wanted me to go there because it was in state. But no, I loved Stillwater.
Okay. I have friends at both. I'm an OSU fan, so I appreciate you being there. I didn't go to OSU, but the same. I've been to many football games and, basketball games and wrestling and everything. And it's like, it's so I prefer Stillwater over Norman most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you travel, get to Oklahoma State, choose that over Texas Tech. I'm not surprised. Lubbock's miserable. And so you dive into do you have fashion classes from the get-go at college, or do you have to get through your electives first?
Yeah, you do like gen eds and you immediately go into fashion design
Okay.
classes and you learn how to sew like immediately, and just how construction is and how clothes are made in the industry. Because if you want to like direct people to create your product, you kind of know how it has to be created, even though like most people will not be sewing as their like career after school.
Okay. During this time, are you continuing to create? Are you drawing? Are you quote doodling and creating designs to keep your mind busy? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you do like fashion illustrations and stuff.
But not what you do now. This
No.
is still stuck in fashion, and you're drawing, figures and clothing on figures. I always admire. I have friends of mine who did fashion back in the UK, and they would, do their entire design, which is totally different now compared to what it was 10 years ago when I was in college. They're all hand drawn, whereas now it's like you're an iPad and
You're
it's
on your
really
iPad. Yeah, mine was all on
amazing.
paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To have those drawings and
Yeah.
like that artwork, basically, because it is artwork, it's the creative side of it.
Yeah.
Okay, when was that switch in college that you decided, I'm going to change my major, do this again?
I interned in New York City for a children's wear company, and I got a scholarship to be able to be there. And I learned from a bunch of graphic designers at that company, like how to make fabric designs. And you can actually get like all of your designs printed on fabric online. Like you can get custom made fabric.
Okay.
And it's actually not that expensive. It's not bad. So I started doing that, and I like made all my textile designs for all of my projects in school. And so I just kept doing it. And then I was like, I kind of want to do a different degree.
How was that conversation with mom and dad?
I mean, it was fine. They said if you wanted to do a different, because I graduated with a fashion design degree. They said if you wanted to do another degree, whether it's like master's or anything else, like you have to pay for yourself.
So you did graduate from the first one?
Yes.
Okay, so you have two, which is great. Yeah.
I did.
Probably don't, to do what you do, you could get by not having either, I'm sure. But it is great to have that technical story and technical ability and to understand it for the job that you're in. Okay, brilliant. So did you graduate and then go to the next one, or did you try and start the next one while you're graduating and overlap?
They didn't overlap. I worked, I was like applying for jobs and working. I worked at Eskimo Joe's promotional product screen printing.
Okay.
So I was screen printing t-shirts.
How long were you at Eskimo Joe's?
I was there for like 4 years because I did it while I was in school.
Do you know Angie Mendes? Angie might have left at that point. Angie was one of the managers. She's Saucy Sicilian. Angie. Gannon and Angie, who does Saucy Sicilian, her day job was managing the clothing side of Eskimo Joe's.
Yeah.
So she has great stories, good and bad.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, working for Joe's was really fun. Screen printing shirts is probably one of the hardest jobs I would ever do. I have ever done and will ever do, just because it's so physically demanding on your body, and especially like it can get really hot in there.
Yeah.
With the dryers,
because it's
and
a heat press too, right? And then
it's like literally working in a.
Did you have the paste and everything as well? Like you put the press down and then you're different ways to do it, right? Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah.
But you're heat pressing then down, lifting up, pulling the thing down to heat press the t-shirt.
No, there's an automatic screen printing press.
No way.
Yeah. They're automatic.
So
No, we use them at a shirt company too.
Okay. So, well, that's great because that obviously leads you to where you're at with Oklahoma Shirt Company.
Yeah, that's literally how I got my job.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Before we get to that then, so you're working at Joe's, you're getting the screen printing experience, you're designing as well, you've already graduated, you're working, you graduated from the first degree.
And I'm designing.
You're designing and working, paying off the second one.
Yes, I'm working so I can, and then I start school, and then I work there while I start school, and then I look for jobs as a graphic designer and move to Oklahoma City.
Okay. What was different from your graphic design and degree versus your fashion degree? What really there's just so many things, but what like really stands out as how different they are from a design perspective?
Fashion design was actually way harder just because it was just a lot more. It's a lot more physically demanding of like creating, because you like physically have to sew things and physically have to like pattern and like engineer clothing like from scratch to fit a human body, and you have to fit it to fit a human body. and there is very like definitive right and wrong ways to do things.
Okay.
Where with graphic design, there are rules, but those rules are meant to be broken.
Guidelines. Yeah.
But I think if I didn't do my first degree, I would have not succeeded in my second degree because it like
Okay.
taught me time management and how to hustle and how to come up with concepts and be like kind of not like force yourself to be creative, but it teaches you how to like just how to be able to get projects done and to work through creative ruts and things like that. So it really helped with my second degree. And also my second degree, I was only there like half the time because I got a bunch of classes done.
Yeah.
So I was working and at school, so it helped it.
Getting
Helped it be
real
a lot
world
easier.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have your own designs on the side? Are you selling stuff on the side during college that you created the brand at that
Yeah, I
point?
started it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. And how long ago is this? Is this fairly recent?
I graduated with fashion design in 2015, and I
We
started
graduated the same year. Okay.
and then I
Yeah.
started graphic design in 2016
Got you.
when I was
So
in
it's
school.
really been great for you then that the e-commerce technology, having an online
Mhm.
store, all these things kind of marry and match your timeline to I can have my own store and I don't have to worry about having a physical store like Eskimo Joe's. You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
take everything you have and put it into,
Like
your
my
own brand.
Mhm.
Is that something you thought would ever be possible growing up as a kid?
No, no. Just one of my friends at Joe's was like, "Have you ever heard of Society 6? You can just upload your artwork on there and just sell it on like 50 different products
Yeah.
and just make money and you don't have to have any inventory at all in your house." And I'm like, "This is like the most amazing thing in the entire world." And I completely built my entire brand off of print on demand. I mean, now I have a lot of physical stuff and I love physical stuff a lot more, and being able to like ship things to people is really
Yeah.
fun, and I do love doing that a lot more now.
Okay.
But
So tell me about the website and how that started for this website that 60s, remind me what it was called,
Society 6.
Society 6. So you just uploaded and you were like, oh my gosh, I'm getting paid because people are you sending your links out though? You have to have a following or people just scrolling to see your designs? How does that work?
They have they have like a way for you to shop it on their website, so you
Okay.
technically don't have to promote it, like how Etsy has like a marketplace as well. But promoting it on Instagram is definitely helps it. I'm on like multiple print on demand websites,
Yeah.
and each one has their own different audience related to it. But Society 6 does like wholesale for
Perfect.
Target, for Urban Outfitters. I've
Yeah.
been in Urban Outfitters multiple times.
Yeah.
Just like a bunch of big stores, and so it really just like
Okay.
and some people just their entire business is just on that website.
Yeah.
But I don't want to limit myself.
No, of course
I try to
not.
like diversify the business.
Yeah.
because that's how you keep yourself afloat and make money.
And creatively too, keep you
Yeah.
like if you're obviously Thunder is huge at the moment because of obviously winning the NBA championship, and I think Oklahoma City has done a real good job since the Thunder has been here. Whether it's Blue 7, Wallace, there's a couple on Automobile Alley. You guys, Oklahoma Shirt Company. There is clearly a market for it here. It's not just Thunder specific, sold by the Thunder. But obviously, to keep your creativity going and keep your brand moving around and not get bored, you can, and you don't have to print all these things either. You can just throw up the design and
No,
do
there's
that.
just no overhead at all, which I didn't have overhead for a while.
Yeah.
Except for my like laptop and iPad and things like that. So
Okay.
it helps young artists who don't want to put in and can't put in a lot of funds to be able to like actually make products, which is, and just it's very cool.
Okay.
It's very cool.
What was that first t-shirt, that first kind of, maybe it wasn't a t-shirt, but that first design for you that you have that eureka moment? You're like, oh my gosh, I could do this. I'm making some money. Mom and Dad, you should be proud. Like, I'm putting my own degree to work, I promise.
Yeah.
This is a career, maybe.
I have a design called Sorta Spooky, and I've actually went and got it like copyrighted and everything,
Nice.
so people can't steal it from me.
Yeah, smart.
And it was on the homepage, on Redbubble's homepage, which is a different print on demand, and their target audience just loved it, and it was just insane. It was like that month I made like $800 off of just that one design, and I was like, what?
I'm rich. I can do this.
I mean, yeah, when you're getting like very small commission off of like each little sticker that's being sold. I mean, $800 is like an insane amount of stickers.
Right.
So it's like thousands of stickers.
Oh, it's so
So
cool.
so it
Yeah.
was wild.
Tell me about your process. How do you think of a design? You on the iPad drawing it? And then how long does it take you? Like, we can nerd out about this because I'm fascinated by it. Tell me about your design process.
Normally I'll just think of like interesting things, interesting quotes or things that I like randomly inspire me, and I'll just write them down in my notes apps. And I just constantly have notes all the time of different projects and things I want to do. Or I'll just be scrolling through Pinterest and I'll see like some like unique composition or something, and I'm like, I want to do a composition that's like that, and then I just will sketch it out on my iPad, and we'll just go from there. I now do like collages a ton, so that's kind of a different process, just because you're like you're gathering things and just piecing it together. So that's like a different way to do it. But
what's the program that you use on your iPad? What app do you use?
Procreate.
Okay, and it comes with like the pen and everything, and
yeah, the pencil with
the pencil thing.
with-
Isn't that crazy? The way we grew up, it's like here's pen and paper, maybe some crayons and some fancy coloring pencils, and now it's like, no, you have a screen and you could change it at the drop of a hat. Like, oh, it looks good in this orange, or this orange, or this version.
Right, it's like
That's wild. Yeah. So with your designs, before the Thunder stuff, is there a specific, I know you said a lot of things, but is there a specific area where you like, this is my niche, this is kind of where I thrive, or is it everything?
I mean, I like Halloween stuff a lot, and
Okay.
people like Halloween. I love zodiac signs, and zodiac signs have gotten into big stores for me. So I definitely like both of those things. I feel like I didn't really find my niche until recently.
Okay.
When I just started sharing like emo band stuff with people, and they're just like, "Oh my God, I love that so much." And bands have loved it. Like All American Rejects put my art on some of their merch
No
like
way.
last year, the year before. And
Also Stillwater Band, which is like full circle.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, I feel like my niche is coming into its own a
Okay.
lot more. But I think when you can like design something, you can just design for all of your passions. You don't have to like limit yourself to be this one thing. Like I love the Thunder, I love the WNBA, I love zodiac signs, I love mushrooms, like just a bunch of different stuff. So you can kind of just tap into so many different people that way. You don't have to just limit yourself and be like, I only do emo design for fellow elder emos.
One of my friends who's an artist, Jay Sage, we did a podcast, and he does his artwork by lighting, like he works with gunpowder, then lights it on fire. But before that, he was specifically doing artwork on Magic the Gathering cards.
Nice.
And so he was like hyper down that path. Like that was his thing. And he went nuts with it during COVID. But it's, he's super creative. Same with you. Like sometimes you do narrow down on one thing, or sometimes it's like, no, like my life's going to flow and I'm going to go with it. And sometimes it's, basketball, or sometimes it's emo bands. And
It just depends what's going on in my life, really.
yeah. God, but emo band was like our era of growing up.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's so many. And it takes you back to high school.
Yeah, I mean, it was like the most developmental part of my life, and truly is the reason why I am the way that I am today, and what I love today. I mean, I went to go see My Chemical Romance a few weeks ago, so I feel like I haven't really changed.
And music's such a great thing for us too. Okay, so My Chemical Romance is clearly a band that you love.
Yeah.
Who else? Who stands out to you?
All Out Boy.
Oh, did you see them in Oklahoma City when they came here?
Yes, I see them every
How
time
good
they
was
come
that?
here.
I could not believe how good they were, but also how much pyro there was.
Oh yeah.
Right?
I know. I really do.
The drummer must have been on fire.
I kind of miss the old days.
Sure.
I kind of miss the small venues.
Yeah.
But their stadium tour with all of the vibes and the effort that they put into the design of everything.
Yeah. That has been one of my favorite gigs.
Oh yeah.
And I went to quite a few last year, and I was shocked at how, growing up listening to them, and they kind of, like I said, that's our year of high school, and you're like, so many memories from those times. And then it's not somebody I listen to regularly, but seeing them live and bringing about all those memories, and you're looking at the crowd, and everyone in the crowd is like, there's no young people in the crowd. It's like everyone who's like our age or older. I know, and they're all like singing their heads off. It was such a good time. Jimmy Eat World were amazing.
They're always so good.
I never really knew the main. I hadn't listened to them. And then who else was there? There was someone else that I hadn't heard of. There was like 4 people. They were kind of opened.
It's like
Because the main came out in all white.
Balu Brigada
Yeah.
or something like that.
But for me, it was like,
it's like a younger band.
yeah.
or
So I
alternative.
told people, go see Fall Out Boy live.
No, like I know
So good.
it's like Justin, my boss. He
Mhm.
was there too because
Yeah.
Jimmy Eat World is his favorite band of all time. Which
Okay.
I love Jimmy Eat World too. So
I
get it.
bought
I
a
get it.
sweater that day that has like the band in Thunder Gear.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that sweater?
Yeah.
Okay, well I bought that, and apparently there was like the Thunder weren't happy that the fact that they did this, but it wasn't to do with the Thunder branding. It was some weird
I thought they
thing.
got licensing for that.
Yeah,
They
did, but they didn't, kind of. So I've been wearing that to Thunder games, and I get the odd like nod here and there. It's kind of funny. It's such a good sweater. But my friend he texted me a picture of it when mid concert. He's like, I'm gonna go, because he wanted to go see Jimmy Eat World, and he's from Arizona, and so he was like thrilled by them and the Maine. And he's like, hey, I'm gonna go. Do you want anything? I was like, yeah, like a t-shirt's fine. And he texts me the design, and he comes back with a sweater, and he's like, it's $70. So I was like, wait, what? Fine, okay, sure, I'll buy it. I don't have a choice now, but I love that sweater.
I think that was like the second tour. I went to I go to all their tours, but the first tour they did baseball jerseys, and I
you got all of them.
had to
Yeah.
have that. I had to have that.
Okay, so Fall Out Boy is big in your life.
Oh yeah.
My Chemical Romance, but you don't have a My Chemical Romance tattoo. You only have a Fall Out Boy tattoo. Okay. Okay. Talking of design, have you thought about getting into tattooing?
I haven't
you done it?
actually. I actually literally got approached a few weeks ago from a female tattoo artist here in Oklahoma City,
Okay.
like wanting to see if I wanted to start an apprenticeship and stuff to take over her
Brilliant.
business. I just do not have any time to start that. Like unless I don't do my full-time job anymore or something, like if I start just doing Doodle full time, I would love to be able to expand and to be able to do that. But
Do you want to do that?
I mean, I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be really cool. And I mean, I love tattoos. I'm gonna get some more.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just it is like a ton of work to become a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
So props
Well,
to them for
there's good
sure.
money in it as well, right? Like if you ever wanted to run your own schedule and not have a day job,
Yeah.
of all the people that you work for or could potentially work for, Zin as a boss would probably, and I'm not speaking for him, but I would assume he would say, go, take 6 months off and go chase your dream, and you'll always have a job here if it doesn't work out, right?
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Justin,
I
you
have
should
been
let her
talking to
go.
them,
Push her off. She needs to start her own business.
I have been talking to the artist about it, and we're just continuing to talk about it, but it is definitely a time commitment and definitely a passion for sure. So
it's a big deal too to tattoo somebody.
Yeah, and it takes like years to become certified and everything, which is understandable. So, but yes, it is always on mind. I'm always open to all creative routes.
Yeah. Tell me then about kind of the Thunder, and you mentioned before we started recording if you love sports as well, particularly OSU sports. But tell me a little bit about does the Thunder stuff pique your interest because you start working for Oklahoma Shirt Company when you graduate and when you move? Okay.
Yeah, and then also, I mean, I loved them back when I was at OSU because that was peak. That was the last time we were in the playoffs.
Our freshman sort of years were like when they were amazing. Yeah.
Yes. But yes. I definitely didn't start designing Thunder stuff until I was at Oklahoma Shirt Company, and we do all of the playoff shirts. So I've got designed playoff shirts and print the playoff shirts and all of that. So that was when I started.
Is it like surreal to see like, I don't know how 18,000, I think it's 18,000 shirts, right? In a stadium, and you're like, I designed maybe one of those or a couple of those. And you see people walking around in your designs. That must feel so good.
Yeah, and I try to go to at least one game, a playoff that has my design on it. Like normally it's my favorite one. So I try to go, but yeah, it is wild. And I've been fortunate enough that my design has been most people's favorites for the past couple of years.
All right.
So that makes me feel even better. 'Cause I'm like, but also mine have been like the city night ones, and so they've been a
was
bit
that a
more
navy
special.
one this year?
It was black this year, and it was navy last year.
Okay. I have a navy one from last year. I know I do. And then I have one of the black ones from this year, but it was
like the court one, or was it the long?
It was the long one.
The long one was mine.
I have that one. I actually folded it this morning. I think it has I'm trying to think. It might be a Brahms sponsored one.
Yeah, it was Brahms.
But and the great thing about those t-shirts, so a friend of mine, he's from Canada. He's obviously a huge Shy fan, and I saw him 2 weeks ago. He was down here. We were playing golf in New Mexico, and I took one of my t-shirts. It was a white one with the white and blue thing, and I said, "Hey, I got a t-shirt for you." Nothing, he didn't think anything of it. And he opened it up. I'm like, "This is a free $5 t-shirt, right? Like this shouldn't mean so much to people, but it does." To see them light up, we're like, "Oh my gosh," because you can only get one if you go to a game, right? That was pretty special. So it's amazing that the impact that these designs that you do, the ripple effect of these designs, because it's for a game, but it's what does that game mean to people? What does the Thunder mean to people? It's kind of a trophy when they go there, right? They're taking something home with them. Yeah, that. Not that you strike me as someone who likes their ego stroked all the time, but that must feel really good, right?
Yeah, it does. It is very fun. I mean, t-shirts are very, very special to me. Like, especially just being someone who went to so many concerts growing up, and that t-shirt was like a symbol of that experience. So I can understand how Thunder fans feel when they go to the playoff game, because that is like their like holy experience type of thing, and that's like their memory of like literally when we won the finals. Will that ever happen again? I hope so.
I hope so. Multiple
but you
times,
never know. You never know. So
you mentioned the WNBA. Tell me about that experience. They flew you out, right? You've been to. So how does that come about? And then tell me about that experience.
Yeah, so I work with Round 21, who designs like special merch for all the WNBA teams, and then we also did all the Thunder collabs for last year, and then for the playoffs. And after we finished the finals, because I did shirts for the Thunder for the finals, they were like, "Do you want to design for Unrivaled Basketball?" And that is a new women's professional basketball league, and they were doing merch so that they could sponsor Unrivaled at the All-Star weekend.
Okay, yeah.
So we went to All-Stars.
Which was in Vegas, is that right?
It was in Indianapolis.
Okay, the men's one was in Vegas, sorry.
I think it'll be in Vegas next year.
Great.
I think. But
makes sense how it all together.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really fun, and I got to meet so many professional athletes, and see my merch there was amazing, and everybody really loved it. And Under Armour sponsored it, so I got a bunch of Under Armour swag. And Indianapolis is so cool.
Tell me you wore Thunder gear in Indianapolis.
Oh yeah.
How
And
much
then
crap did you get?
whenever I was talking to anybody, I was like, they're like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "Oklahoma City." And they were like, "Oh God." And I'm like, "Hey, I didn't want it to end that way.
Yeah.
I didn't want to watch that. I don't want to watch anybody get hurt. So I did not want to win that way. I wanted to win when someone wasn't hurt."
That's brutal.
But hey, I mean, Indianapolis is really cool, and yeah, I mean, it was so special to me seeing so many young girls meeting their idols that are like that inspire them so much and empowering them to be in sports. It was beautiful. It was wonderful, and All-Star Weekend is super fantastic. So I definitely go.
Who were the highlights for you that you got to fangirl and meet?
I got to meet Lisa Leslie, which was wild. She's like the Michael Jordan of the WNBA when we were kids. And then I did got to like slightly say hi to Tasha Cloud while she was walking past to go to one of her events. And I love Tasha Cloud. I love the Liberty a lot. They're like my team since we don't have a team here. Yeah. I love the Liberty. And she's pure joy every time I see her. So she's so cool. And I got to be right next to Paige Beckers. I did not get to say hi to her. I was bummed I didn't get to say hi to her, but it was just so cool to see. So I didn't want to interrupt anyone's like fan experience, just getting to see everyone, and everyone loved my designs. Lisa Leslie took some of our merch, seeing all the Unrivaled players just loving my merch was so cool. And
that's cool.
I'm very excited to watch Unrivaled in a couple months.
Yeah. Well, and to have these experiences, to be flown out, to be, it's different if they just send you an email, "Hey, we love your design, send us your designs and we'll kind of cut you a check," kind of thing. But to take you out there, bring you in, meet everybody, which then fosters more creativity and helps you, design and understand them so you can design things to relate to them, right? Like it's obviously much easier when you get the context, you get to meet these people, whether it's just seeing a fan experience or meeting the athlete themselves. It all adds into your creativity and the things that you draw from, which, you know, it's never bad when you get paid to go somewhere either.
True. And I feel like Round 21, they just truly believe in me and love my passion and creativity and effort that I put into all of our projects together. So being able to, like, I guess, tangibly experience that as well. Like, they believe I'm a star, even if I have, you know, imposter syndrome about myself.
We
I'm
all
like,
have that.
I'm like, oh, I'm just an artist that lives in Oklahoma City, whatever. I'm not, you know, from LA or New York or whatever. But
doesn't matter,
but
right?
I mean, the owner of Round 21 is from Oklahoma City, so
No, I didn't know
so
that. Okay.
she truly appreciates and loves me, and I,
Yeah.
you know, I can't say
So
any
good.
any more good words about them.
Yeah.
They're-
So the day job is at Oklahoma Shirt Company. Most people obviously know about the Thunder shirts, but a bunch of other designs as well. Did they still do the monthly subscription or not? Okay, so still you can subscribe and get a t-shirt every month, which is kind of how the business launched for people that don't know. You got a great team there, a lot of cool people. It's a famous building because when you pull in off the highway, you get to see this really cool banner and the you know, mural all over the building. It's a great spot. For you, tell me a little bit about, you mentioned your stuff's been in Target. You have these big box stores and brands reaching out to you for designs. How has that been? What do you think the future of it could be? And then is there anything in the pipeline that you're really excited about in that world?
Yeah, it's really kind of just, this sounds crazy, but I literally just like upload my designs onto my print on demand websites, and then maybe a couple months, 6 months, a year, or whatever, I'll be emailed a contract and I sign the contract. It could be online or it could be physically in store. And when it's physically in store, it's amazing. I have some cutting boards at World Market this year that were really fun to see. So it kind of just, we'll see if it's in stores, we'll see if it's not.
So there's scouts out there for these brands, buyers or whatever they're called, to scout websites and find designs that would work in certain markets. And some work in all markets, and some, if they're Thunder designed, they're kind of hyper local to that city or wherever they're at. It makes your job really like fun. Right.
Yeah,
so you don't have to worry about like selling too much.
Yeah, you don't have that much work.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like to sell myself. Like, I have coloring books that are best sellers. And I have a whole line of Zodiac coloring books now. And so I do, I feel like my business definitely does a lot better if I'm reaching out to like fellow small businesses, because those seem to be the people who like to buy from me a lot more. Because I mean, I love a big box store, but you know, a lot of people don't really think that like small businesses and artists are selling at big box stores. They think it's just like mass produced stuff that isn't really touched by hands. But there are a lot of small businesses that sell in big box stores. So it's not all bad. I promise.
What is the most bizarre item that you've seen some of your designs on? You mentioned cutting boards. I didn't expect you to say that.
Cutting boards is fun. Cutting boards is really interesting. I had a whole line of cutting boards and coasters that were sold at Urban Outfitters for my Zodiac designs that did super, super well, and they looked amazing. It's just random stuff like that, like mugs. Like, I mean, sometimes it's t-shirts, but sometimes it's curtains, shower curtains, bath mats, like just all sorts of stuff. All sorts of products.
Have you done any, have you dipped back into the fashion design stuff at all? Or have you completely left that and just gone full creative on the doodling?
Yeah, not really.
Okay. So not designing our own pieces just yet.
No, I mean, I design t-shirts. I design what like the placement of where it is on shirts and stuff like that. I still design like repeat prints that can be put on fabric that can be used for clothing. I always have a lot of people, like customers, buying those fabrics and things for their fashion.
Can people reach out to you for personal commissions? Okay. Do you enjoy that?
Yeah, it's normally pretty fun. Like, normally people just really, really love like my logo designs, or just like my design vibe in general. So normally it makes it pretty fun, because if they like my work and it's not just like oh, you're a designer, so can you just do this? That can be really boring.
Right. Yeah, they're
But yeah.
telling you what to do versus saying, hey, this is my idea, let you run with it. One of the things we mentioned before we started recording is you're a dog lover. You have a dog. You have a tattoo of your dog. Did you design the tattoo of your dog?
Okay. I do have a couple different designs with her on it.
Yeah.
That I just sell in the world.
Maple, the Pitsky, who looks like an Aussie. When did you get Maple?
I got her 4 years ago. Her gotcha day is literally like this weekend.
Oh, brilliant.
From Skyatook Paws and Claws.
Okay. First dog?
Yes.
Did you have any childhood dogs?
No, I did not.
Oh, wow. So this is like first.
No, my family, my parents did not were not animal people
No.
growing up. So she was my very first dog ever, and she's my soul dog. It was love at first sight. She's perfection.
How long did it take you before when you got her till you got your first dog, your tattoo? You only have one dog tattoo, right?
I think it was like maybe like a year.
Oh, so you fell in love hard fast.
Oh
yeah.
Oh.
Like, we're getting tattoos. This is my soul dog.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yes. She's my everything.
Where's the name come from?
Her name at the rescue was Meryl.
Okay.
And I did not like it. I was like, what's another name that is similar to that? So maybe you won't confuse her.
Yeah.
And then I just came up with Maple because she's kind of a maple leaf color.
Yeah. Brown and white. Looks great. Yeah. I have two. Not Pitskis, but two dogs. They're the best. Like, I'd be lost without them. And sometimes they're a mighty pain.
Oh, yeah.
And they're demanding and they take all the time in the world and they're not cheap.
Oh, no. Maple has to get groomed all the time.
Yeah. But that moment when you're laying on the couch and they're snuggling next to you, or you're laying, my two sleeping in the same bed. The cage and the dog bed didn't last 5 minutes.
No. Maple immediately hopped up on that.
Yeah.
It's like, this is where I belong.
Like, this is my house. Fellow dog owners will understand. They're not dogs, they're children. They're our child. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we kind of look alike. Like, we have similar coloring, and we have the same eye color and hair color and everything. So I'm like, yeah, she is my like, I gave birth to her. She's my biological child.
Have you designed any dog merch for her?
I have actually. Well, not clothing, but my designs will work on bandanas and stuff, and they have dog bandanas, and they have dog beds, like dog mats and things on my Redbubble shop. So I've done stuff there.
I assume the shop and the online store, the things you can put designs on are endless, right? Like, click all, and there's 1,000 designs there on mugs, t-shirts, doormats.
Yeah, and they're all like print on demand. Just whenever someone orders it, they just put it on.
I mean, you've been doing graphic design almost 10 years now, right? Started in 2016 in school. Where do you want to take it? If you could, snap your fingers, wave a magic wand, not worry about income or worry about, just you get to get one wish from the genie. Where would you want to see it? Like, if you were to look back at the end of, whenever all your days are up, whenever that time is, and you'd say, yeah, I did this is what I do. What do you want that perfect world to be like? What do you want that perfect business to look like as far as Doodle by Meg?
To be able to do it full time, and I've been doing a lot of in-person markets over the past couple of years, and I actually really, really love those. Like, it would be really fun to be traveling around and just do a bunch of markets randomly, and then be able to travel and go to concerts. And then my husband's in a metal band, and he could just go play shows, and we could just travel and live our best life, following our bands around the country.
What band? What's his band?
It's a new band. I have to look up. I'm sorry. It's like
Sorry to put you on the spot.
he changes bands constantly.
What instrument does he play?
He plays guitar and then sings. But it's like he just has metal bands, and they change their name all the time. They're called Mile for a Mouse.
Okay.
So if you like metal emo stuff.
Okay. Every now and then there's that's the beauty of music, right? There's something for every moment in life, whether it's needing to soothe and sit in silence and listen to something, or there's like going to the gym and like driving, or what. Like there's I mean, I love Metallica. I need to see them live.
You've seen them live?
Oh, it was so good. They are so good. I need to see them live just before they stop.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
for sure, that is definitely
So travel full time, watch your bands,
Yes.
take your shows on the road to go to markets. Have you done any artwork as far as like prints and canvas? And do people request that from you for office design stuff?
I sell like art prints and print out art prints, but not like I guess
home office
not
design,
like
I guess,
physically doing things.
Yeah. That, I mean, the thing with what you do is it's so you can transfer it into literally anything, which is great. Also bad sometimes, maybe, but it's great because you come up with one design and you're like, what do you want it on?
Yeah.
And you can put it on, I mean, we could put it on this table if you wanted to.
I do Sunny Days Mural Fest every year as a vendor.
Yeah.
But they always want me to do a mural.
Have you done one yet?
No, there's always somebody wanting me to do a mural, and
you should totally do that.
I would love to, but it's so daunting. It's kind of like if I think about becoming a tattoo artist, it's very daunting.
Oh, you should totally do it. Just to do it once. Just say you did it.
I know.
Because and I think Carlos Barbosa has been on the podcast. Steve Gilpin's been on the show. A few others who are amazing at artwork and murals. Their process, I think, is a little different. And everyone's different, but it's, when you're looking, some of them do like it fascinates me to watch them do their process because it's like paint by numbers sometimes, but they have to come up with the design first, right? And so like it's just this huge puzzle, and then when you see it done, you're like, oh my gosh, this is incredible.
It's a whole different.
You should totally do that. I mean, if it doesn't work out, you just paint over it. It doesn't matter. But to say you did it, like
I know, Sunny Days is intimidating you just because you have like. This is your specific amount of time that you're allowed to do it. And here's your X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
So there's not, you have to just go and do it.
Totally.
There's no like, let's figure out how to do this. It's like, oh, I'm going to spend a whole week, all day, every day, spray painting on this wall in 100-degree heat or whatever.
Which of your designs that you've done would you like to be able to put on a wall? As big as you could put it. Is there one that you just like, what, this would look so good as a mural?
I think like any of my like collage pieces are really cool, but you can't really like paint that. That's more like I mean, I actually do sell like wallpaper and wall murals on my shop.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just printing it on like a sticky paper and you just put it up.
Yeah. Okay. So today we're making commitments. We're going to do a mural at some point. And we're going to tattoo at some point. Maybe not as a career, but just to tick those boxes because why not? Even if you tattoo yourself, you can always cover it up. But that's really cool to have the creativity that you have and to have the design elements and the freedom with what you do to throw it up on a website. And if it doesn't sell, it doesn't matter. But if it sells, it's great. You don't have the worry about, like you said, printing it off, putting it on a website. I mean, like this, the technology really lends and helps you be as creative and as free as possible because you can just throw up designs as much as you want.
Yeah. And I try not to take things, I don't know, too seriously. Sometimes I'll just there's a lot of stuff that I share on Instagram that I'm like, I can't sell this because of IP or whatever, but I just share it on Instagram just because it's fun.
Yeah.
So just not taking myself like, I'm a serious artist and I have to make money off of everything.
Yeah. Does that scare you if you were to take that leap and become a serious full-time artist?
I think the only thing that scares me about it is like just not having like a guaranteed income and like having to worry about health insurance and stuff like that. That's really it. It's just because you never know. Every month is different. You never know what's gonna happen. So that's really just it.
So just you and your husband and your dog right now? That's the time to do it. Now's the time. Last thing you want to be doing is when you're 67 years old thinking, I should have tried it.
I know. The impending doom of like the economy right now scares me too. So there's just, it's stuff like that. It's just stuff like that. But I feel one day I will be doing it. I have to put a time limit on myself.
Okay. I hope that in 5, 10, however many years, we look back at this podcast or I just get a message on Instagram, whenever it is, and you've just said, I've taken the leap. I'm going to go full time. It'll take a lot. It's not easy to do, and it'll take a lot of support from your husband and everything else and from your family, but you have the talent to do it and you have the following to do it as well. Do you do much kind of front-facing content as far as your following? And then as far as like, hey, I'm Meg, this is what I do. Like, do you interact with your following at all?
not normally through like video, but I will interact with them through all of my posts, all my content, like all my messages, all comment.
Yeah.
I'll talk to people all day, every day.
I'd be interested to see how that would work. Like, have you done any live designing?
No,
No, like to film that process. Like, hey guys, got this idea, and obviously like, let's say you get a commission, you film it, you don't, then you put it out after, and then at some point you would do a live one. But I think with the following that you have, what are you, 100,000 on Instagram? You have TikTok as well. Do you have a Facebook?
Yeah, I do.
Is the Facebook pretty good? No. So Instagram is your main one.
What my Facebook's
God, yeah, I think you would crush it, and and you have the personality to do it. Like you do, you have that, like but your passion for what you design comes across very easily. And so if I were to like be like, hey, I think you should do that, that's what I think you should do. It's just turn the camera around and be like, hey guys, today I'm going to design this. Watch this, so I'm going to do it. And even if you just speed it up and you time lapse it.
Oh yeah, I have done that before.
And you have 100,000 people. It's crazy to think that many people. The way I think of following is if you put those people in a stadium. We love stadiums. We love going on shows. You put those people in a stadium, you're like, oh my gosh, like these people follow me. Which is nuts, right? And the beauty of what you do compared to what I do is you're not stuck to a certain location. Mine is Oklahoma, whereas yours is like all over the world. So you could design something for someone in South Africa and in mind and could sell it there, and the internet's worldwide. You guys,
I know I do.
My entrepreneur brain is turning.
I know I do have a few followers from Europe that message me from time to time, and they're just like always like, "What's going on in America, friend?" Or they're like, "Oh, I wish that My Chemical Romance was coming here."
Yeah,
like, but you have all the good bands in America.
Have you done any Euro trips? Any trips overseas?
I studied abroad
in school. Okay,
in Paris and in Berlin.
Was that fashion though? Okay.
Yeah, it was fashion stuff.
Okay, that's what you should definitely. Okay. Going to Europe, we're going on a tour. We're going to follow a band somewhere and then do some designing along the way.
Well, my husband and I are big Formula One fans.
Oh, yes.
That's our other sport. And we're going to the Austin Grand Prix.
Yes, it's fantastic. Garth Brooks is playing, Turnpike Troubadours is playing, and you'll get tickets. If you're already going in, you'll get tickets to the show because there's a concert venue on the track.
We have a 3-day pass thing. Yeah.
I went to the sprint race 2 years ago. It's hot. It's really hot.
I'm preparing for it to be really hot.
Okay, we need to let's dive into F1.
Yes. Which I'm a Lewis Hamilton girl.
Yes.
I'm a Ferrari girl, but so we are planning, just like how I like plan my, I guess, traveling around concerts and stuff.
Sure.
We are wanting to plan our Europe trips around Formula One.
It's amazing.
So it is on my mind.
Okay, and this has happened because of Netflix, like most?
No, my husband is a Formula One person.
Okay,
got me into
brilliant.
But, I love reality TV.
So, big Lewis fan. One of the worst days of my life was that last race where Max overtook him, and it was stupid, and should never have happened. And I think he should have got his 8th world championship and retired and been done, right? Because he's big into design, fashion, and all things. I'm learning to like Max. He's kind of annoying, but as a person, I think he's cool. But then as a racing driver, he's an idiot.
No. What he did to Lando and stuff, I'm just like, no.
So you're a Lewis fan. Were you a Mercedes fan before then? Because you're a Lewis fan, but you're more of a Lewis fan than you are Mercedes. Yeah. So you're now Ferrari because of Lewis. Totally the same. Okay. Do you think Oscar or Lando? Do you think Oscar's going to win it this year?
Oh yeah, sure. My husband and I actually have like what's it called? Like we have like Formula One draft.
Yeah.
And his team's gonna, because he has like McLaren, because he's a McLaren fan, and I have like Ferrari and Mercedes. Because I still love George. I still love Mercedes. I like Kimmy.
Okay.
But yeah.
So have you done any F1 designs?
I have not, but I need to.
Oh, you need to. You've got to capitalize. Sure. I think. Okay. I think if you did F1 designs and like jumped on the bandwagon for F1 in America, that craze, you would dominate. Right.
I need to for sure. I follow quite a few artists that are like Formula One artists.
Did you know Lewis Hamilton bought a classic car from a classic shop in Yukon once?
That's so cool.
Yeah, and I didn't either. When I first started the podcast 7 years ago, I love cars, and so I had this guy his name's Jason Engel. He had a shop in Yukon called Classic Recreations. It's now been rebranded as to something else. But he built. Have you seen Gone in 60 Seconds with like the classic Mustang car from that? It's called Eleanor the car. So Lewis bought one of those cars, and it's in like a cherry red color that matched his private jet.
That's nice.
So, but he flew into like Wiley Post, got picked up, and he was dating Nicole Scherzinger at the time. So they both came to Yukon. Yeah. And then the story is that they both go to Chili's in Yukon and nobody knows who they are. And so they get to have this like normal experience at Chili's, of all places,
I would
right?
know exactly.
This was,
both-
7-8 years
both
ago.
are.
But yeah, so, and you can search the car, and like he's got a photo of the car in front of his private jet, and they both the same color with his dog. Life.
Roscoe.
Right, yeah, exactly. Ah, so awesome. Okay, so you're going to Austin. That's going to be so good. You have a 3-day pass.
Yeah, we're doing that for our anniversary.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, so it's going to be so good. One of the things that go up the tower, it's really the view from the tower is really cool. When I went, I sat right at the beginning of the S's. So you come down off turn 1 and then they go into the S's, and it's just fun to look straight down the S's to see just how fast they turn. Yeah. The support races are really good. The Porsche race is really good. The Porsche Cup race is louder than the F1 cars, which is nuts. But there's like 30 of them on track at once. It's kind of crazy. Oh, it's so much fun. You'll have such a good time.
I'm also getting a tattoo on there, so I gotta get my tattoo.
Okay. All right. So F1 designs are coming. Brilliant. All right. Well, let's finish. How do people find you? How do people reach out to you? What's your kind of lead time on doing custom designs right now? Yeah. All those good things.
At Doodle by Meg on Instagram. You can message me, email me, whatever you want to do. And then normally it takes a couple weeks.
Okay.
I work pretty quickly, but if you have like a set idea, then I'll just pop out a sketch for you and we'll just go from there.
Brilliant. Okay. Thank you so much for coming in. So pumped for you to go to Austin. Excited for the season to start back up soon. And yeah, I'll be watching F1 religiously until the end of the season, hoping Lewis can somewhat win a championship maybe next year, because it ain't happening this year. But seeing him in red is... That first photo of him in red.
That's like why I dyed my hair red. Is because I was like, well, we're a Ferrari girl now.
Seeing him in red was so good. Okay, brilliant. Well, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. People listening, I'll put your link in the description, and they could check that out and buy some things from you, and maybe hire you to do some design work. Yeah. Cool. People listening, we'll catch you next episode. Cheers.
Hope you guys enjoyed that great episode. Thank you so much for listening. As always, huge shout out to our sponsors, the Oklahoma Hall of Fame, sharing Oklahoma story through its people since 1927. For more information on the Oklahoma Hall of Fame, go to www.oklahomahof.com and follow them on Instagram for daily updates at OklahomaHOF. Our other sponsor, the Chickasaw Nation, amazing sponsor. They do amazing things for the state, and they're always sponsoring something in Oklahoma. They're a huge supporter of Oklahoma, and without their support, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. This episode is brought to you by the Doghouse OKC. Recently, I have been in need of some doggy daycare for my 2 pups, and the Doghouse have come in clutch. The team over there are incredible. They've taken care of my 2 golden doodles, and so it's been an honor to partner with them on the podcast and share the love. And adding to that is the Doghouse. And so if you're in need of doggy daycare in the day or boarding overnight, they do grooming and other cool things too, but I've had a fantastic experience, and it's an honor and a privilege to share this with you too. So go to thedogHouseOKC.com and follow them on Instagram at thedogHouseOKC, and hopefully our pups will run into each other.
Thank you for listening. We are inspired by those around us and hope that you are too. Make sure you subscribe to this podcast on your favorite podcast platform and leave us a review so we can keep telling your stories. For more great Oklahoma content, follow This Is Oklahoma on Facebook and Instagram.